So I wanted to make a cup of coffee, but I didn't have a Keurig machine. What do? I found myself a pod. And what I did is got a pair of scissors and I cut the bottom out of it first. Then I cut the side off of it, being careful not to cut the filter inside. And now my plan is to put this into a pan of boiling water until it steeps the coffee to the color I like and see what kind of coffee it makes. What do you say? Let's give it a try. So I threw my coffee bag, if you will, into the boiling water, and it's been in there about 3 minutes now. And what I find is that if I hold this down so that the filter touches the bottom of the pan, it tends to boil and force the bubbles up through the pod. It seems to make a little darker coffee. But there's 3 minutes now, and the coffee's a reasonable darkness. I think I'd like it a little darker. I'm gonna let it go a little longer. It only takes a couple minutes to make it in the Keurig, but this is a little cruder. So we'll see what it looks like here in a few minutes and see how it tastes, more importantly. I got my coffee out of the pot, and you'll see that it filled it reasonably full. Now I started with I filled this cup up to the very brim before I started boiling, and that much boiled away or was absorbed by the pod. So it's a good idea to put a little extra in than you want to wind up with. But that's about right for me because I add cream and sugar. So now the taste test is coming up. Well, I put my normal cream and sugar in my mix here and gave it a taste, and you know what? It doesn't taste much like coffee. It's pretty weak, actually, and I would have loved to have it quite a bit stronger. I'll tell you what, though, it is super duper hot, and I would recommend that you boil it a little longer. If you will like it strong, you better let it go till you can't see through it anymore. I thought it was pretty dark when I stopped it. But I'd call this a fail, actually. Not much of a cup of coffee here.